have decided to do a video on books that I have owned for far too long without reading them. The first one on this list is The Dark by Marianne Curley, which is the sequel to The Named, which there's a name for this series, but I don't know what it is. Something about timekeepers, something or other. And it's about people who, like, go through, like, the time loops, the time keeps repeating itself, and they have to, like, stop things from happening differently or something. I really enjoyed the first one, and I read it in grade 9 or 10 or something, so a long time ago. And I bought the sequel as soon as I saw it, which was when I was still in high school. So I've had this for over 11 years. And I have not read it yet. And the reason I haven't read it yet was because when I bought it, I didn't remember anything about the first one, except for what it was about. And I wanted it though anyway, and at that time I didn't really reread books. But I was like, maybe I'll still read this. And then, after I started rereading books and became a person who reread books, I was like, maybe I'll reread The Named and then read The Dark. And I've just never gotten around to it because I have so many books that I need to read for the first time that I can't waste time rereading books. Anyway, this one. Invisible Monsters. That's the front. It always confuses me every single time. Invisible Monsters by Chuck Palahniuk. I've had this since first year at college, I think, and I got it immediately after reading Fight Club because I loved Fight Club, so I was like, I need another Chuck Palahniuk book. So I got this one, and I've read the first chapter multiple times, and that's it. And I like the first chapter. I love the writing, and it's awesome, and I'm intrigued. But for some reason, I never keep reading, and I don't know why. So here's another one. Caught by Harlan Coben. My dad got this for me for one of my birthdays because he knew I liked Harlan Coben, and this was, I don't know, I want to say it was my 21st birthday, so, you know, a long time ago. And I think I got this around the time that I tried reading The Woods, the one time. I've mentioned it many times in many videos. If you haven't been around long enough or don't remember, I'm not getting into it again. But I was just afraid to pick up anything new by Harlan Coben because I was afraid I wasn't going to like it, and so this has just been sitting on my shelf. I should really just read it. It's probably good. I mean, one book out of all the books I've read by his I didn't like, so I mean, I'm sure it's great. I should just read it. It's been on my shelf long enough. The Sisters Brothers by Patrick DeWitt is not even my book. My mom lent it to me years ago when I first started doing book review videos. And she was like, I think I was watching a video, an Ariel Bissett video in my mom's living room on my phone. And she heard her talking about this book, and she was like, oh my goodness, and she went downstairs and she grabbed the book and she was like, look, I have it, you must borrow it, it was good. And I was like, okay. That's as far as that went. And Ready Player One by Ernest Cline. I got this, I want to say 3 Christmases ago. And I've tried reading it twice. The first time I started reading it, I just wasn't in the mood for this kind of story, so I put it down. The second time I tried reading it was in an airport. And I was tired, and there were a lot of announcements, and there were people talking all around me, and I couldn't concentrate on it, so I stopped reading it. And then when I got home, I picked up a different book. And I still haven't read this one. What is wrong with me? Read the books, Nat. Read them. I feel like these should be the next books that I read after the one I'm currently reading. I should just read these ones since I've had these for the longest, and they deserve it. What books have you guys had for a really long time and haven't read yet? I hope I'm not the only one who had books for this long. Like, for 11 years? No, there's something wrong with that.